Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 26, Wonderful Krishna, verse number 2, 10.26.2. फैन बंद कर दो दोनों. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्राम्येषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्रामेषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य यतेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्रामेषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्रामेषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्राम्येषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्राम्येषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. माताजी. बालकस्य यदेतानि कर्माणि अति अद्भुतानि वै कथम अर्हति असौ जन्म ग्राम्येषु आत्मजुगुप्सितम्. बालकस्य of the boy, yat because, etani these, karmani activities, ati adbhutani most amazing, why certainly, katham how, arhati should deserve, asau he, janma birth, gramyeshu among worldly men, atma for himself, jugupshitam contemptible. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The coward man said, "Since this boy performs such extraordinary activities, how could he warrant a birth among worldly men like us? A birth that for him would seem contemptible. Purport: an ordinary living being cannot avoid unpleasant circumstances, but the Supreme Controller can always make perfect arrangements for his pleasure. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 26, Verse 2. Translation. The coward man said, "Since this boy performs such extraordinary activities, how could he warrant a birth among worldly men like us? A birth that for him would seem contemptible." Hare Krishna. So this chapter, the title of this chapter is Wonderful Krishna. Very nice title. Wonderful Krishna. Many times, sometimes some devotees share with me how in their life Krishna acted in an event very wonderfully. I was hungry and suddenly I got prasad. Late night. Right? Happens with all of us. So many other such events happen in life where we realize Krishna is wonderful. So then I tell devotee, there's a chapter, whole chapter on this. Wonderful. So here the Brajavasis, the coward men, they are coming to Nanda Maharaj and saying, your son is wonderful. Breaking news. Do you know? Nanda Baba, do you know? Your son is wonderful. Breaking news. So after Krishna lifts Govardhan hill for 7 days and night together, all these Brajavasis under the Govardhan hill are so much absorbed in ecstasy that they get to associate, they get to see the beautiful form of Shyam Sundar for 7 days and night continuously. They just enjoy. They just have fun. Imagine how many pastime must have happened under Govardhan hill for 7 days and night. So many pastimes happened. You can write a separate book on it. So after the 7 days were over, Krishna kept Govardhan hill again as it is. All the Brajavasis went their home. things got settled. Then they started talking and thinking. These 7 days, these thoughts didn't occur to them because they were so much enjoying being with Krishna. But now they started thinking that Krishna is just a 7-year-old. How can a 7-year-old boy lift such a gigantic hill? And not just lift it, then balance it for 7 days and nights continuously without feeling pain, without feeling fatigue, without feeling distress, smiling. That is extraordinary. That is uncommon. No 7-year-old boy can do this. So definitely Krishna is not ordinary. He is extraordinary. He is special. He is different. Maybe he is God. Maybe he is Narayan Avatar. Narayan expansion. But then he cries for butter. Will Narayana cry for butter? Narayana is husband of Lakshmi. And one coward man, while talking, told that one day I went to Nanda Bhavan, the house of Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Baba gave one coin to Krishna. Coin. Sikka. Sometimes children are given. And Krishna was holding that coin and playing as if it's a great treasure. And jokingly, that coward man, he took the coin from Krishna. He took it away. And Krishna started crying for that coin. So much crying. Nanda Baba told, let me give you 10 more coins. Why are you crying? He said, no, I want my coin. Mera wala वापस चाहिए. And he started crying. Will somebody say he's Lakshmi Pati? Husband of Lakshmi? Crying for a coin? Then he does mischief. And he eats jutha of his friends. And he sits in the lap of the gopis. Narayana cannot do all this. But all the talks will end in the statement, but how he lifted Govardhan then? However, a person or a Brajvasi tries to convince he is ordinary, this statement will baffle them that how did he lift Govardhan if he's an ordinary boy? This pastime was a game changer, a very big twist in their thought process. So finally, all the coward men, being in confusion that who is Krishna, they go to the assembly of Nanda Maharaj. Because Nanda Baba is their king. Nanda Baba is their leader. And Nanda Baba is father of Krishna. So there's a dilemma, there is a confusion. One should go to one's leader or one's king. So they went to Nanda Baba, that we have confusion about your son, the prince, the darling, the Rajkumar, that who is he? He performs extraordinary activities. So that means he is not ordinary. But if he is an avatar, what is he doing in this village? What is his business here in this village? Why is he born among us, Gaonwala, Gavati, villagers, coward men? Will not that give bad name to the avatar? Generally, an incarnation is seen to be born in a place which exhibits his power and opulence like a king or aristocratic place, some royalty. But this avatar, he is born among coward men, Gwale. In the social structure at that time, coward men were not considered on a very high platform. There was more respect given to Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. So if Narayana wants to come, will he come in such family and such society and such village? So they were expressing to Nanda Maharaj that there's something special about Krishna. As devotees, we should understand not just Krishna's lifting Govardhan hill, but even his eating butter or feeling hungry is extraordinary. See, if a young boy does naughty activities, that is considered ordinary, because boys do. But if the Supreme Personality of Godhead does naughty activities, can that be considered ordinary? No. Bhagwan stealing butter, that's extraordinary. There has to be something secret behind this. Otherwise, why will Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, steal butter? If somehow it is known that Ambani stole 1 rupee, will it become news? It will become big news. And every single person who reads the news, he will not think Ambani is chore. He will think there is something extraordinary behind this. Kuch to hoga. Something is there. Otherwise, why will he do this? Who doesn't have time to count his money? Where will he get time to steal money? So if Krishna is doing mischievous activities, childhood pastimes, that's extraordinary. Brajavasis, they don't see Krishna as God, Supreme Person, Supreme Personality of Godhead. They see him as हमारा गांव का लड़का, छोरा, गांव का छोरा, our village boy. So when they see Krishna doing mischievous activities, they think it's ordinary. But when Krishna lifts Govardhan hill, they think this is extraordinary. And we think which one is ordinary and extraordinary? For us, everything is okay. We are so great. We think Bhagwan to always nothing is impossible for Krishna. He can lift Govardhan hill. What is the big deal? We say like that, right? What is the big deal? He can lift Govardhan hill. He can still butter. What is the big deal? He is Bhagwan. He can do anything. Nothing is impossible for him. We are into so much illusion. And Brajvasis, why they are going to Nanda Baba? Why can't they just forget this incident and continue with their life? They can't. Because whole day their attention is towards Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. That's love for Krishna. That whole day, even in their household duties or farming or taking care of cows, their mind is completely absorbed in thinking of Krishna, what Krishna is doing now, what he did yesterday, and how he spoke, and how he walks, and how he smiles, and how he talks, and how he steals, and how he glances, and how he moves his eyebrows, and how he plans his mischievous pastimes. They are completely absorbed in thinking of Krishna. Their whole attention is on Krishna. In spite of having wife, chaste wife and children and cows and farm and house and duties and social obligations of a grahastha, but they are completely absorbed in thinking of Krishna. If they hear even once that Krishna had a perspiration, one drop of perspiration came on Krishna's body, they feel disturbed. They feel in anxiety. If the gopis know that Krishna is walking barefoot and there are thorns on the floor, on the ground, the gopis get disturbed. While performing their household duties, they are just thinking, oh, Krishna didn't take slippers. He has gone to the forest and he is barefoot. The thorns will prick his soft feet. Oh my God. They can't handle this because they're completely absorbed in thinking of Krishna. Once Krishna came back from the forest to his house little late, delay. Yashoda Maya went mad. She was just pacing back and forth outside the house near the gate. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So many servants she sent, go outside the village and look, if Krishna is coming, then come and tell me if everything is okay with him. Nanda Baba, you go on the balcony and from far you see if the dust of the cows is visible, that means Krishna will be there. And if the dust is visible, just find out if the peacock feather is visible, that means Krishna is near. And she told the gopis that get the arti plate ready and get the garland ready and get Krishna's clothes ready. Why is he late today? So much in anxiety, walking past, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Finally, she had unconsciousness. Somehow the gopis say, hey, Krishna is coming, wake up, wake up. And she will wake up, again fall unconscious. Tears would be gliding from her eyes. And finally Krishna will appear. But she will be still crying. And Mother Rohini will pick up Krishna and put it in the lap of Mother Yashoda. But Mother Yashoda is still in that consciousness. She will be still crying and her tears will do Abhishek of Krishna. And Krishna smilingly will touch the face of Mother Yashoda and say, Maiya, I am here. Why are you crying now? मैं आ गया. Then she will fondle Krishna, embrace Krishna, kiss Krishna, smell his head, look all over his body if there is any scratch or any wound or any painful situation. Then she will take Krishna to bathe and dress and feed, and he'll again go and play. But the anxiety which is created out of deep affection and attachment for Krishna is unprecedented. 24 hours thinking of Krishna. That's Krishna Prem. Not an easy experience. Krishna Prem is like extremely hot sugarcane juice in your mouth. Very high temperature and very sweet. So sweet, nectarian, that you want to swallow it. And so hot that you want to spit it. That's Krishna Prem in material body. Very difficult situation. In spiritual body, okay. Material body, very difficult situation. So Brajvasis are into such anxiety, such thoughts, so much focused on Krishna 24 hours. So they go to Nanda Baba and say, your son is wonderful, Adbhut. He lifted Govardhan hill, such a big hill, such a small boy, and such a small finger, and so big hill he lifted. And he didn't lift with exertion or effort or some tools. He lifted like an elephant lifts a lotus flower. Is it a big deal for an elephant to lift a lotus flower? Doesn't require any effort or exertion. He lifted like that. So there's something great about this boy. When he was just 5 days born, he killed Putana. Putana is Rakshasi, witch. And she smears deadly poison on her breast. One drop of poison in a tank of water can kill 10,000 people. So deadly poison. Kalakut. She smears that poison on her breast. And then she appears as a very beautiful woman. And picks up infants, babies. And makes them drink her breast milk. But as soon as the poison touches their tongue, the baby dies. And she drinks the blood of that baby. Like this, so many babies she drank blood and killed with her poisonous breast. And she picked up your son Krishna to kill him. But your Krishna, not only the poison did not affect him, Not only he drank milk, he drank the life air and she died on the spot. Krishna sucked her life air and she died. This is extraordinary. How can a young infant with half closed eyes do this? He kills a demoness. And he does like ordinary baby sucking. See, in Vrindavan, all the demons Krishna killed, not a single time he used any weapon. And each Asura Krishna killed, he killed actually by fulfilling their last wish. Putana's last wish was that Krishna sucks her breast. And Krishna fulfilled her last wish and sucked her breast. And she died. Is that Krishna's mistake? No. Trinavrat's last wish was that Krishna comes to me on my shoulder and I go for a ride. And Krishna sat on his shoulder, allowed the kidnap to happen. And Trinavrat took Krishna high. Krishna went for a jai ride. And Trinavrat crash landed and died. Krishna's mistake? No. When Krishna went with Trinavrat, why did he go so high? Because there are some apsaras on the clouds. Krishna wanted to say hi to them. Say hi. Give darshan to the apsaras. Aghasur, he came with a big body, like a cave. His mouth is like a cave. And he wanted Krishna to come inside. Krishna said, okay, I will fulfill your last wish. I will come inside. He went inside and Aghasur ka pressure cooker ho gaya. He got choked up and he died. Krishna's mistake? No. Krishna fulfilled the demon's last wish and they died. Bad decision or good decision, whatever. So Putana, she wanted Krishna to suck her breast and Krishna sucked and he died. As natural as time sucks one's life or one's youth. That is the example given by Shukadeva Goswami. Kal, time. It is very interesting. In Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 subject matters. Which 5? Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Prakriti, Karma. 5 subject matters. How many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita? 700. 5 subject matters. That means each subject matter should have 100, 200 shlokas. But you see Ishvara, so many shlokas. Jiva, many shlokas. Prakriti, many shlokas. Karma, many shlokas. Kala, no shlokas. 1. Then how it is subject matter? In 700 verses, only 1 verse on Kala. Then how Kala is subject matter? Interesting, right? So Kal is present in each shloka. But we don't identify. Just like if you go to the ocean, Juhu beach, and you sit there, what you see? Water. And sand. So many people. What is special thing you see? Waves. Waves you see? That's a special thing. Water तो घर पे भी है. Waves you see. Okay, what is the difference between waves and water? Wave is water only. Actually, what you see is the effect of moving air on the surface of water. That is the actual thing you see. Effect of wind on the surface of water. That effect is called wave. So because wind is not visible to our eye, the effect of wind is visible. So we don't say I saw wind. We say I saw wave. It's an effect. Okay, just like this tree, sometimes you see the leaves moving. So we say, look, the leaves are moving. Actually, leaves don't move. The air moves. And the effect of the movement of air on the leaf is that the leaf moves. So what do we tell your friend? Look, the air is moving. No. Look, the leaf is moving. But the movement of leaf is just an effect. The actual event is the air is moving and it is causing the leaves to move. You're okay with this? Understood? So anything which moves in this world is an effect. Anything which changes in this world is an effect. And what is the cause of that change? Kal, time. What is on your watch is not time. Is not time. What is on your watch is measurement of time. Time is very different. Kal is very different. Up till now, physics has not defined it. Kal is Krishna himself. The energy, the force by which change happens or motion happens. Any change, any motion requires movement of time. If a car goes from point A to point B, it is only possible if the time goes from T to T plus delta T. If you understand that language. Or T1 to T2. If I say a car is at point A at time T and the car is at point B at time T and A is not equal to B, which means the car is at two different places at the same time. Possible? No, wrong. It's only possible if the time changes. It cannot be same time two places. Car can go from one place to another place. The motion is possible only if time moves. So any change around us or in our life is because of Kal. And change is constantly happening. So every shloka, karma, action is not possible without Kal, without time. The creation of Prakriti is not possible without time. So time is all pervasive, everywhere. And time initiates changes in 6 categories. A person is born, growth, maintain, gives byproduct, dwindles, dies. 6 changes. Birth, growth, maintenance, gives byproducts, dwindles, dies. A baby is born, grows, remains, gives own babies, becomes old, dies. A flower bird is there, Kali, birth, then blooms, growth, then remains like that for some time, then gives fragrance, byproduct, then dwindles, and then vanishes. A house is there, foundation is birth, then walls and ceiling growth, then remains as a house for few hundred years, gives byproduct like comfort and protection from climatic conditions, gradually dwindles, repairs happen. One day there is no house, new building, death. Two people meet, first time, friendship is born, then they keep meeting, dadati pratigranati, friendship grows, then it remains for some time, then it gives byproducts, some fun, some sukha, some dukkha, some enjoyment, then it dwindles when they marry, we get busy somewhere else or change the city, and eventually the friendship is finished. Sometimes when both are alive, sometimes when one dies. Anything happens in this world undergoes these six changes. Any event, any concept, any technology, any creation, any construction, any person, any organic item undergoes six changes. Who is doing this six change? God. So when you go to a relative's house after 4 or 5 years and their kid grows up, what do you say? Arey, bada ho gaya bacha. You don't say, arey, 4 saal ho gaya. But actually what happened is 4 saal ho gaya. And the effect of 4 saal is मुच्छी आ गई उसको या जो भी बड़ा हो गया. So we talk about the effect. So just as time naturally destroys everything, Krishna destroyed Putana. The purpose of this example is to show that Krishna didn't have to exert himself. God is one who only plays, who doesn't exert. I'll tell you one story of our temple Guru Puja. Most of you must not be there at that time, so it is very interesting for you to know. So once there was Guru Puja going on here, many years before. There were no mobiles, no cameras. So one foreigner was there, beard and disheveled hair and t-shirt and shorts, some hippie kind of foreigner. He came in Guru Puja. And everybody offering flowers, singing, dancing, regular stuff. And he was seeing the altar, seeing the temple. When the kirtan ended, that foreigner was standing in front of Radha Rasbihari. He loudly shouted with his finger towards Radha Rasbihari, "This is God!" Yeah, breaking news. Yeah, we don't know, na? That's why we joined. So for us, it was not a news. That's why we joined. We know. But why suddenly he is having this realization? So we asked him, "Hey, what happened? Suddenly you have this realization." We know already. So he said, "I visited many temples in India. Some deity is meditating. Some deity is writing. Some deity is with weapons. Some on lion killing a demon. Some bow and arrow. All deities are doing something. This is the only one doing nothing. He is God." Because God means he should not have to do anything. Only playing basuri with a girl around. This is God. That's called Leela. Krishna Leela. Krishna is supreme enjoyer. So when he kills Putana, it is not an effort, it is not an exertion. And if you actually go deeply into the pastime, he didn't even kill. Acharyas explained that when Krishna comes, original supreme personality of Godhead, all the incarnations and demigods come in his body. So the presence of Lord Shiva is also there in Krishna's body. So when Putana came, the Shiva in the body of Krishna drank the poison. Because Shiva likes to drink poison. Krishna doesn't like taste of poison. He doesn't drink. Taste, not good taste. Krishna doesn't like. He likes sweet rice, butter, shrikand, sweet things, not poison. Mishri. So Shiva drank the poison. Then Vishnu in the body of Krishna, he drank the live air and killed Putana because Krishna doesn't like this killing business also. Then Krishna, everything was clear, he drank milk. Because he's the enjoyer, supreme enjoyer. So effortlessly, like time takes away our youth, Krishna took away the life of Putana. But same Bhagavatam explains that time which takes away as the sun rises and sun sets and again sun rises. One day of your life is gone. For devotees, this doesn't happen. Time cannot take away, sun cannot take away the life of a devotee. Now, this is also very interesting. See, time is a very valuable commodity. We always like to save time. That's why we try to do smart work or parallel processing or delegation or think well in advance so that my time is not wasted in traffic or in waiting for somebody. Right? Time is valuable commodity. So suppose I have a 500 rupee note and I go in the market and give 500 rupee note and take 100 rupee note, exchange. That is a loss because I am giving a higher value thing and taking a lower value thing. If I take a 500 rupee note and take 1000 rupee note, that is a profit. I didn't lose 500, I gained 500. Why? Because I gave a lower value thing and took a higher value thing. So if a materialistic person uses his 24 hours to eat, sleep, mate, depend, he is giving a higher value time and gaining a lower value sense gratification. So he is losing. But a devotee uses his hours for Mangalarti, for chanting, for Bhagavatam class, for book distribution, for devotional service. He is giving his time and gaining Krishna Prem or an opportunity to receive Krishna Prem, which is a higher value than time itself. So you are not losing, you are gaining. You are gaining your life and an opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. So by using our time in the service of Krishna, we actually get life. But using our time in materialistic activities, we lose life. The real value of life is when our time is used in the service of Krishna. Then we are not at a loss. We are giving a lower value item and gaining a higher value item. Time itself is of very high value, but devotional service is higher than that. So somebody uses his time to serve some material boss. How much salary you get? 25,000, 30,000. So that's 1,000 per day. That's 100, 125 rupees per hour. So you are giving 1 hour of yours to somebody and he gives 100 rupees to you. And you think I am profitable. I got profit. I got 24,000 for 24 days or 25 days. Do you really think your time value is 100 rupees or 125 rupees? No, time is much higher. But we give 1 hour and take 100 rupees. But time is much higher. How much higher? 200? 300? 400? The highest thing. Time is higher than any matter, any material element. But if I get Krishna Prem or Bhakti, then that is okay. I use my time at a proper market. I got good market rate. I got Bhakti. Anything else you get, a house, a car, a dream, material dream, you are at a loss. You gave 500 and took 100. You are at a loss. But you didn't realize. You will realize at the time of death, oh, पूरा जीवन waste हो गया. कुछ मिला ही नहीं. All old people think like that. What is the use of this life? Nothing I got. I spent so much time with my boss, with my family, with my company, with my university, with my school, with my friends, with my relatives, and here I am about to die. Nothing in my hand. What did you gain? If you got anything, why don't you carry it next life? No, you cannot carry. But if you use your whole life for bhakti, oh, there's a very big gain. At the time of death, you remember Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. Or if you do incomplete bhakti, next life you again continue your bhakti. Whatever bhakti you earned, that remains safe with you. So that's the real treasure. That's the real value. But doing these sense gratificatory activities, which animals do, actually we are shrama eva hi kevalam. Useless donkey work. Useless waste of labor. So Krishna has given us time, which is a very valuable commodity. And such a high value commodity we give to somebody else, and he gives one salary or some gift. Oh, very bad bargain. Very, very bad bargain. Foolish. 100% you are a donkey. Or next life you will become a donkey actually. Foolish person. But if you use time for Krishna service, okay. That's, you identified the value of your 1 hour or your 24 hours or your breathing or your very human existence. So Kala is there to take away everything, but Kala cannot take away anything from a devotee, because when a devotee spends time, he gets Krishna Prem by the mercy of Krishna. He gets devote bhakti. But a materialist, when he spends time, he gets nothing. He is at a loss. So any intelligent person with a common sense should act profitably, not with a loss. And the only profit is to serve Krishna. Brajavasis are coming to Nand Baba because they like to talk about Krishna. They like to create an agenda so that they have to talk about Krishna. Because they are thinking of Krishna. They want to know about Krishna. So now there are many verses in which they will tell their internal thought process that why they think Krishna is extraordinary. Starting with this verse that as an infant he killed Putana. How a baby can kill a Rakshasi. And as we see their thought process, we understand they are so much absorbed in the pastimes of Krishna. And we should learn this, that whenever we meet devotees, we should talk about Krishna. Bodhyanta parasparam. That's not gossip. That's talking about Krishna to each other. Reminding each other about Krishna. Telling each other, this is what I remember, this is what I read, what did you read today? So the more we talk about Krishna, our life is increasing. The more we do Prajalpa, our life is reducing. The more we talk about Krishna, we are in profit. The less we do, we are in loss. So whole day, somehow or other, be busy with Krishna. Be busy with Krishna. Then this Kala will help us to go back home, back to God. Otherwise, next birth, donkey, monkey, dog, cat, bird, fish, tree, insect, snake, coronavirus. We don't know what will happen next birth. So better this birth, very seriously, we use our time in the service of Krishna. There are 9 symptoms of a person in ecstatic love for Krishna, different from the 8 symptoms, 8 bodily symptoms. And one of them is the devotee always likes, no, devotee does not like to waste his time. Kalatvam, avyartha kalatvam, doesn't like to waste his time. Another symptom is he can 24-hour talk about Krishna. He likes to talk about Krishna. So that's love. Like Brajavasis, they are just talking about Krishna. That's love. Simple. It's not so complicated. We keep talking about Krishna. Keep hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Keep speaking Srimad Bhagavatam 24 hours. Keep glorifying Krishna by our devotional activities. Doing book distribution, doing prachar, serving Vaishnavas, worshipping deities, cleaning the temple, so many things. We just be absorbed in Krishna service. Don't waste your time. How much time we have? On average, how much? 30, 40 years more? 50 years more? That's all. That's all we have. And if every day we use this 30, 40 years, 50 years maximum, 60 years okay, 70 years okay, how much, let you be have long life, no problem. How much time we have? If you use this 40 years, every day, 24 hour in Krishna service, at the end of life, you will go back home, back to Godhead and see Radha Raspberry face to face. Just 40 years more. Is it too much to do? But the result is so great. And if we don't use 40 years nicely, next life, again in the womb of the mother, 9-month ulta. Then again you come out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, Humpty Dumpty, sat on a wall, Baba black sheep. Oh my God. A plus B is bracket square, A square plus 2AB plus B square. All this natak will continue again next life. If you are human. Otherwise some rat in the field, or some pig in the gutter, or some dog in the house of a lady. All nonsense will happen. Just 40 years sambhal lo, then eternal with Krishna. Otherwise one more birth. Choice is yours. Okay, time to end. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or comments, you may please ask. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, if I say that Krishna cannot be Narayan and Narayan cannot be Krishna, because Narayan in spiritual world and Krishna doing all these pastimes in material world. So Narayan is having Lakshmi with him and Krishna is Rukmini, I think, and all these gopis, everything. Is it true to say that both are same, or because everybody says that Krishna is Narayana and Narayana is Krishna? There is no difference.
So Krishna has, Rukmini Devi is Mahalakshmi, and Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan in the spiritual world also, not in the material world. So the reasons you are giving are not correct. But the statement you are making, Krishna is Narayan, yes. Krishna is not Narayan, yes. Both are correct. Krishna is origin of Narayan, technically. But Krishna can be equated to Narayan as a supreme personality of Godhead. But technically speaking, he is the source of Narayan. Okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Any more questions? Yes. You have a question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the brilliant class.
Hare Krishna.
You made a super excellent point that how we should be utilizing our time for Krishna. And if we do not utilize our time for serving Krishna, then it is not profitable. It's not worth. And in the beginning of the class, you were mentioning about how Krishna was playing as a child, crying for a coin. So I was just thinking, Krishna also enjoyed the pastimes, displaying this characteristic of a child having attachment. So I was just correlating, Krishna. Someone can say that even Krishna is relishing such pastimes wherein he is displaying attachment. So it's okay to have attachment in this world. Why you are saying that it is a waste of time? Even God comes and enjoys pastimes where he displays attachment.
Yeah, if you want to follow Krishna and have attachment to a coin, do that after drinking Putana's breast. Krishna had attachment to coin after 2 years. Right? So after 2 years of your birth, you do that. But after 5 days, he drank Putana's breast milk with poison. So start with that. So we should tell people, if you want to follow Krishna, follow properly, na? So Krishna, he showed these childhood activities just to attract the Vatsalya of the gopis and the Brajavasis, elderly devotees around him. Because when you see a child performing mischievous activities, your love and affection increases. So Krishna, to increase the intensity of their love, he performed these childhood mischievous activities. Not because he was attached to a coin, just to increase the Vatsalya. And that's how Krishna reciprocates with all the devotees. The way Krishna will reciprocate with you in your life will be such that your dependence will increase. And that's your profit. It may be by giving you money, and it may be by taking your money. It may be by giving you success. It may be by giving you failure. Krishna is not bothered about that. So Krishna's reciprocation with each one of us, even in this sadhaka life, will always be such that our dependence increases, our love increases. Not it will be according to our desire or according to circumstances or according to the result of our skill and talent. No, it will be always profitable for our dependence. So Krishna is not attached to the coin, but he is playing a childhood activity so that devotees are having intense affection in Vatsalya. If a child is not naughty, whole day keeping quiet, parents will not like it. See, तो मस्ती ही नहीं करता, रोता ही नहीं, right? So Krishna would do all this to increase their love. So imitating Krishna should start with Putana pastime, not with coin pastime. Okay? Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the class.
Hare
You
Krishna.
mentioned time is important, we should use for Krishna. And for Maya, it is useless. But somehow we all know that, Maya also plays, like if you, it plays a trick, like if you don't give the time to your job, or you'll lose money, or you'll lose career, and then how you'll survive. So Maya also try to attract from his own ways. So how to come out from that fear actually?
So, well, we should know, if I serve Krishna, I don't have to do anything else in my life. All needs taken care all success received, all perfection achieved, everything taken care. That's called conviction. That's called Vishwas, firm faith. That if I serve Krishna, everything else taken care. So if we don't have that, we should grow it in the association of devotees by chanting and hearing. Should grow it. That's very important. So in social life, we follow Varnashram. So okay, if you do a job, you're giving your time, valuable time, and receiving a low level result, you use that result in the service of Radha Rasbir in the form of charity to cows, sadhus, and deities. So then your time is well used. So the second level is to connect everything to Krishna, give to Krishna, give the results of our time and karma, time and energy to Krishna. So in that way, we are offering devotional service to Krishna. So if I give the result of my job to Krishna, then I am using my time in the service of Krishna. Okay? Ma manusmara yuddhayacha. Fight for me. Think of me and fight for me. Krishna told Arjuna. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yuddhayacha. 24 hours you think of me and fight. Mai arpita mano buddhir. Give me the results of your actions. Your mind and intelligence should be absorbed in me. So we should follow that. Okay? Any more questions? Over? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much.